you see me?
All right.
All right, we're live. We're live. This is our starting soon screen. It's Alan setting up the screen.
It's very unique.
It's very unique.
I don't think anybody else does this.
How many people do this as a starting soon screen? Setting up. That's what I should do from now on. That would actually save me a lot of time. That would buy me some time for sure.
People love behind the scenes footage.
Yeah. Is it behind the scene? I mean, it's kind of the front of the scene footage. You know,
it's the scene.
It's the scene.
It's literally just the scene, right?
It's just the scene. Champ, where the fuck are you?
I'm outside, man. I don't do this very often. It's probably the first time I've left my room in like 12 years.
And you probably will have no internet interruptions. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna have better internet outside in a random place than I do at my own house that I pay hundreds of dollars for every month.
Yep, that's how it goes, man. That's how it's good.
But yeah, man, I'm down the shore in Lavallette, New Jersey. It's pretty nice out here. Check it out. Yeah, see that?
Wow.
You see that?
I love those rooftops and the sky.
Right?
So much better than the place I am. Have a boring dark blue wall behind me, and you have a beautiful ocean scape.
Yeah,
we're very much in opposite atmospheres right now.
Yeah, like where are you? Where is Shade right now? Like, are you in your room? That looks so weird looking to me.
Why does this look weird? This is my normal background. This is normal.
But for some reason, to me, it looks like you're blending in with your wall. Like you're fully going to become your wall soon.
I can.
There's no separation from you in the background. Like you're almost a floating head in your footage.
I've done that where I can turn on like the green screen setting, which isn't an actual green screen. It just tries to like mono key.
Yeah.
And if I'm wearing like a dark shirt like this, or like especially a blue shirt, I'm straight up a floating head. It's actually pretty fun.
Is Champ ordering food? Is that what he just did right now?
What?
Are you at a restaurant? Are you ordering food right now? Is that what's going on?
Why did I sound like I was ordering?
I don't know. You look to the side like you're getting waited on or something.
Oh no, there's a dog over here, man.
Oh, okay.
There's a dog just walking out. I was like, hey,
Gotcha.
Dog, what's up, man?
Gotcha.
He was like, oh, I'll see you later.
Just having a friendly conversation with the dog, you know. Let's see how it is.
Yeah.
Welcome to South
eye
Sound.
contact real quick.
Welcome to South Sound Podcast, where we have no clue what the fuck we're doing today.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. What? Shade's
do
back
we have
from
anything
Japan.
Interesting to talk about today?
Shade's back from Japan.
I am.
Yeah. How was your trip? That was your first trip right over there?
Yeah, first time in Japan, and I got to see BABYMETAL, which was pretty cool. That was a whole different experience, man. Because I saw him in Irving with you, and then I saw him in Chicago with a bunch of the people from my Discord and my group, and then we saw him again in Japan, which is just fucking crazy to even think that happened.
Oh yeah,
just because I just discovered this band like 9 months ago, and I've already flown across the world to see him, which is pretty sick.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're on top of it. You could be like Eric in the chat, who's known about him for like now 5 years and still hasn't seen him once. That's wild.
that is what we call a fake fan.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that says that. I'm glad somebody else told me. You heard it here first, Eric.
Fake fan status.
Yeah. Is there a huge difference between seeing them in Japan? Like, did it feel different? Like, was there a different vibe to the whole scene?
Yeah. So actually, probably the biggest difference that I noticed, especially because the night that I went, they pretty much just played the same sort of set list that they've been doing all year. So the performance itself didn't really feel that different. Actually, to be candid, it probably felt a little bit worse, but that's not because of them. It's because I was a mile away. I was sniffing the rafters. I was so far back, like I couldn't even see them. I didn't bring binoculars or anything. So the experience of seeing them perform in Japan was probably on number 3 of the 3 that I've done so far, just because it was like the quality is tough when you're that far away. But everything that happened before the show, like the get-togethers and everybody hanging out before the show, the way that they did the merch, even though I had some issues with trying to get, my barcode to work and all of that, the efficiency of how they did the merch was insane. Um, the way that they did all of the like, uh, I don't know, just food and beverage inside the venue. I was talking to some people about it. I took a screenshot of my bank statement after that because I was just in shock. I was in shock because I've been to a lot of concerts, been to like musical theater. I've been to all kinds of things where it's a venue. And venues in the States like to rip you off. Like you go to a baseball game, you go to a football game, it's going to be a $25 Bud Light, you know, like in a cup. But over there, I went back. I got Red Bulls, I got cocktails, I got beer, I got sandwiches for me, for Hannah, and at the end of the night, I think we spent a total of $40 on
What?
food and beverage. Like there was multiple charges because again, I'm not. It's my first time in Japan, so like a lot of the currency conversion is not immediate in my head, right? So when they say 2,200 yen, I don't immediately
Bro.
know what that really translates to. I know that it's in my head. I know that 5,000 yen is 33 US dollars. So I'm like, all right, if it's less than $33, I'm happy, right? So if it's 2,000 or whatever, I know it's half of that.
I fucking paid $28 for a goddamn shitty ass pizza in the Dallas show. It was like
Yeah,
almost more
see.
than halfway. Dude, it was the worst fucking pizza. You would think a $30 mini pizza. Yeah, I knew it was overpriced. I just wanted a fucking pizza. It was like the worst tasting shit ever. It was like cardboard with cheese thrown on it. It was like the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
That Chuck E. Cheese pizza. You know?
Yeah, but worse. Worse than Chuck E. Cheese. Like Chuck E. Cheese, you get some floor flavoring at least.
You get those little children's feet walking all over it.
Yeah, you get the
Jesus.
smell of like
Oh.
sweat in the pizza. So yeah, it's all
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. You get some flavor at least.
Yeah,
Fuck.
and I
Yeah, I had like a
mentioned
cutlet
when-
sandwich.
Yeah, see, that's crazy because like I mentioned when I went to the New York show, you know, I got that one drink for $50. So the fact that you spent $40 and got all of that is
Yeah,
wild.
yeah.
Yeah,
Me
the
and Hannah went to
shirts-
see.
The shirts were still about the same price as getting them in the U.S. That didn't change as much.
I think
but
the
yeah,
shirts
food
were a
was
little
way
bit
cheaper.
less. Like,
No,
we
my-
got these two. They were $30.
Yeah, but
$30
that's
merch.
normal shirt prices for BABYMETAL shirts. It's just we always get them shipped to
Oh.
us, so they're like
For
10
BABYMETAL,
times
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, they're 10 times more when they get shipped to us. That's the only reason why. So like most of the time when I got a BABYMETAL shirt in the U.S., it was $35 at Dallas show.
I see. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was thinking more like just general like band T-shirts. I feel like a lot of those are in like the $50 range. At least I feel like it. Maybe it's just I
Oh,
buy expensive shit like an idiot.
yeah, I was like, whoa. Yeah, sometimes they
Yeah, I
are.
don't think
though.
I've ever bought a
Sometimes they
$50
are.
shirt, man.
There's $45 shirts out there for sure. I think Falling in Verse had
Mhm.
$45 shirts for sure. Five Finger
I will
Death
say
Punch
that like if you
has
want to
five,
if you want to
um,
get like a hoodie or something, it's always like $100 at
like
least.
100,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And to be
they soak
fair
up
though,
that hoodie cash.
hoodies are very, very rough to deal with as when you're running a merch booth on tour. Those are the worst things for me to manage because they take up so many fucking boxes because they're so poofy. So they take up so much room, and it's like I almost just want to drop the price so I can immediately sell them because they're such a pain in the ass to carry around.
Mm-hmm. You make hoodies for your band?
When
anymore.
with not anymore. No, with Gus G, when we went on tour, we had hoodies, and those things suck. Once we
Oh.
sold a lot of them, I love it because when you get near the end of the tour, like the merch gets less and less and less. Actually, sometimes we run out, but it sucks when we get a whole new shipment halfway through tour though, because then you have to reconsolidate and stuff. But yeah, hoodies are not the most fun thing to deal with.
But they are like the coolest looking. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they are.
Like coolest piece of merch I think you can get from a band is like a really sick hoodie that they make.
For sure.
Just usually.
So I agree with you with the BABYMETAL concert in Japan. Like one of the biggest differences for me was the fans. It just I didn't realize how much like we were going to be recognized either. That was pretty cool too. So just hanging out with people that I haven't been able to hang out with.
Yeah.
Or just seeing
People brought gifts and
their
stuff too, which is
names.
really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot more gifts. But even then people were saying that BABYMETAL show still wasn't like going to an actual BABYMETAL show in Japan. They still told us like you have to go to the January one because that one's going to be where it's at or whatnot.
Yeah,
'cause
I
this
think the
was
fact that it was all seated
Saikama.
definitely sort of changes the experience a little bit. Because
Yeah.
if I was even from the rafter seats that I had, right, like if I was up there and I saw the mosh pit going crazy, that's gonna hype me up, you know. But the fact that everyone was seated, and I mean, yeah, people were standing up and everyone was doing the, they were throwing their hands up at certain times and doing the fist pumps and all that, and it was still cool to see that the sea of people just in sync. Um, but I wanted to, if I couldn't be in the mosh pit, I wanted to at least see it. So having a all seated show for like a metal show felt weird.
Interesting.
Hey, Radio Rafa, there's still Dicodec shirts. Go get them right now. Dicodecband.com. They're not sold out. Well, some sizes are. Extra large in Texas is the first thing I sell out of immediately. It's like in Texas, it's not small, medium, large. It's like medium is your small. No, not even like large is your small, and then extra large, and then double XL in Texas at this point.
A chunky state down there, huh?
Yeah. Actually, I have a lot more 3Xs left over than I thought. I got a bunch of 3Xs, and of course, they're not moving. That's how it always works, though. You get like 5 of them, and then they all sell out. But if you get like 15 of them, then you never sell one. That's how it always works.
So if you order T-shirts from like Japan for people from Texas, you need to order like 5Xs to make sure that they're going to fit.
I mean, it's pretty rough. Baka Broadcast, I was talking to him. He's saying you have to go to specific stores for larger shirts and stuff in Japan. Because if you go to a regular clothing store, you are not getting the size you need if you're a big person.
Yeah, dude. Like the 2 shirts that I've ordered from Japan, they're both 2Xs, and they both fit me like mediums. It's like, Jesus, dude. Like, what do I have to do about this?
Yep.
Yeah, I bought a shirt when I was in Japan from this retailer. It wasn't a band thing. It was just like a retailer. I walked by. I thought it was cool. It was like a washed black T-shirt. It had a little bunny rabbit on it. I thought it was cool looking. And I bought it. And I went up to the guy at the front. And I was like, I need like an XL. And he said, American? And I was like, yeah, I'm American. And he said, no, American size. I was like, I think so. I don't know. Is it different? And he was like, oh, very, very, very different. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, American XL. And he's like, okay. And he brings, it's like a whole different size
That's
spectrum.
cool that they had that for you, though. That's really cool. Because it's not just like weight. When I say like, it's not just in weight. It's definitely in just taller. Americans are just taller.
It's
like we're just
overall
bigger.
mass.
Like I'm not like overweight or anything, but there's still like the shirts do not. I have to get like XL, double XL, just because of the height. And I mean, you can feel it as soon as you go into hotel rooms in Japan. Like those are not built for my size at all.
Yeah,
it's so funny when I
got
put
in the shower. I got in the shower and there was like an inch up from my head. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Or when you put on the slippers, it's funny. It just covers my toes. It doesn't even make it to the back of my heel at all.
How about the beds? You got your feet hanging off the edge of the beds?
You know what? The bed did not. I wasn't hanging off the bed. Actually, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent.
The first hotel we went to in Tokyo, it was 2 twin beds put together. I think that's just like a full, right?
Yeah, my full size. They said mine was full size. It was totally a twin.
Yeah, and I was like, Hannah, I know you can fit on this, but I'm going to struggle. Luckily, the other hotels we went to all had like bigger beds, like queen and king, but that first one was tight. And when I go back in January, I booked the absolute like cheapest little hotel room, so I'm assuming it's gonna be really small. I don't care. I just needed somewhere to sleep. It's gonna be rough, but
well, are you in Kyoto in that picture, that thumbnail picture that you sent us?
No, that's Ginzen Onsen. That's up in Yamagata.
How'd you get such an awesome looking picture?
I don't know. This guy walked by and he was like, "You want me to take your picture?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you look like you know what you're doing."
Yeah, he did. He didn't know what he was doing.
Like we didn't edit that at all. Like that's just how the fucking place looks. Like there's no filter or anything. Like the lighting behind us, that's just literally how it looks. It's unreal.
Heck yeah.
Also haven't seen the thumbnail, so I don't know how you cropped it out.
I'm
curious.
I just put the background blur part in there.
Oh, that's fine.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't even know how I put it up there. Actually, I don't even know what happened there. But we do have Broke by a Scream. We were going to talk about Broke by a Scream. We got some top 10. CMST sent me a bunch of news articles, so we can catch up. There is a new song with BABYMETAL and Five Finger Death Punch that I still need to find out about. Also, by the way, Ryan Meir got his channel back, but missing a quarter of his videos, which is strange. That was very odd. But he got a majority of them back. So his channel was just completely taken down. He fell for one of those phishing links, and yeah, they took it over, started running crypto shit all over it, and then YouTube, knocked it down. He talked to YouTube, and they got it back up though.
Yeah, good for them.
Is Destroyer? I see you over there on Rumble. Welcome.
It was actually
he got
back up
1,200
the
plus videos back. So okay, you got a little bit more back. Before it was like 996 or something like that.
They're slowly recovering. I think.
Damn, how many videos does he have?
Oh, he has thousands.
A lot.
I think he has a lot. He has a lot.
Hold on, let me go check him out. I know I'm subscribed to him. I just don't know it. 30. Oh, I thought it said 30,000 videos, not 30,000 subscribers. I was like, holy shit, this guy's pumping them out. Okay, never mind. That makes more sense. Yeah, 1.2.
He had more than that. I think he had 2,000 videos though, if I'm not mistaken. Before that, I think it was like our buddy Wade Potter has like tons of videos. He puts out like 12 a day.
Yeah, because he'll
he'll
do like a stream. Yeah, he'll do a stream with like 15 videos, and he'll clip them all out at the end of the day and put them all up. And it's like he's got 15 new videos today.
I'm too much of a like perfectionist to do that because I'm like I have to do all the little detail stuff behind the scenes, and I burn out so quick. I like want to make sure all the tags are in there, descriptions, and then thumbnails and. Yeah. Shade's mind is just blown right now.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 videos in one day.
Oh my God. I thought it was exaggerating.
4 days ago.
4 days ago.
Wave threw down the fucking gauntlet and said, let's see if you can put out more content than me.
The answer is no. Nobody can. It's fucking wild. See, but this is why we used to. This is why we used to count on Wave to do the clipping for our podcast.
Yeah.
Does he do that with like? I imagine he probably has like a whole like VR setup or something where he's just like clipping and managing all at the same time, like Tony Stark, like just.
Well, he kind of does, right, Alan? Because like when we were at his garage, he had like a setup with like multiple monitors, and that like was in the middle of the room that he could like swivel around.
Yeah, I mean, I have that type of setup, and I still don't want to do
that. And I haven't released a YouTube video in 2 weeks. This guy's put out 40 in 4 minutes.
Guys, I'm gonna put up the rest of my Japan videos. I've been dealing with a huge bout of fuckery in my head, so and then but I will get out those videos soon. After that sickness really messed me up in Japan. I got so ill at the end of the trip in Japan. It was so horrible. Luckily, I got better before Japan, but I'm still not 100% since the Japan trip. It's crazy. I'm still like messed up trying to get my footing again. I came back to like an absolute disaster at work and stuff. It's been crazy.
You need to just sleep for like a day, bro. You need to like lay down and sleep for one full day. Tell everybody that you're at the hospital so they don't bother you.
No, but
you'll be okay.
We played an awesome show last night, though. That was we got to play all of our originals, played our brand new song. So we'll probably put some clips of that. We wrote a lot of songs this past week. We've just been focusing on writing. Wrote like 3 to 4 songs this past 2 weeks. So it's coming together really nicely. Can't wait to get those music videos done.
Nice. So Radio Rafa is asking about the canceled Nemophila shows in the U.S. You guys hear about that?
Yeah. So I did get a text from SJ Nix about Nemophila canceling, or I guess they canceled shows, or they were forced to cancel shows because of a reason that I'm not sure of. There was more information about it. I'm not sure if I'm able to read the text that he sent me. So I'm just going to say they were canceled. They were, I guess, forced to cancel them because of some behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't know what the behind-the-scenes stuff is. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and not allowed to say. So, SJ, if you're listening, chime in. Let us know. I just don't want to speak out of turn if it's without the facts for it.
Was this for all the One Sky stuff?
Yeah, it was. That's
tough.
I hope the other bands are still coming. I don't know what the word is on that. So I missed out on that whole drama. I just got a message, and like I said, my past weeks have been so crazy. I didn't follow up with them on it, but yeah, I can find out, see what happened. But that's not very unfortunate. I don't know what happened with Nemophila. I don't know if it was a money issue. I don't know if it was a getting over here issue. I don't think it was a getting over here issue. I think that was all solved. But I hope the other bands can still come. That would be really cool.
Ugh, yeah, that's rough. That sucks. That's a bummer.
Yep.
No, hopefully it gets resolved.
The only thing I'm seeing like posted online is that Nemophila canceled their upcoming October show due to unforeseen problems with the organizers. So that is super vague. That could be the organizers of the band, of the venue, of the tour.
Did
like that.
Nemophila post that?
No, this looks like a. I don't know where this is from. Hold on. I'm not really sure where I'm getting this from. It's like the AI overview when I typed in Nemophila cancels tour. So it's like it's pulling multiple sources. So I don't really know.
Gotcha.
It could be just someone's freaking like Facebook post for all I know. So I'm not a reporter.
I'm asking right now. See,
reason listed as force majeure and circumstances beyond our control on the organizer. Apparently,
one Sky said that.
Announced that.
Oh, Nemophila said that.
Yeah, on a X,
well, when a band says organizer, that means something with that normally means something with One Sky Music. Maybe something happened with them because they're the organizers of the show. So that's unfortunate. I hope it was just amicable and not something that was too crazy. You know,
in the chat.
Where it'll
put that in the chat over here.
Ruin.
This is they actually posted on X about it.
Possible opportunities. You know. Okay, let me pull.
It's all in Japanese.
Yeah, I'll translate it.
All right, I got a translation here from Tamu.
Thank you.
So here's what she said. One Sky showcase, Nemophila, blah, 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 blah. This time, Nemophila was scheduled to perform. And then she says, we sincerely apologize to all customers who are looking forward to attending and for the great inconvenience caused. California has been canceled due to unavoidable circumstances on the organizer's side. Regarding ticket refunds, the tickets price you paid will be fully refunded. Talks about the credit cards for a second. We deeply apologize once again for this great inconvenience. Talks about the shows that are canceled are the LA El Rey Theater, NY Sony Hall, California Garden AMP, and then it links to the One Sky Music Organization. It says, going forward, the members and staff will continue working hard to make future live performances in America possible. We sincerely appreciate your continued support for Nemophila, March 2025 Masterworks Incorporated. And then One Sky had a response that says, due to unavoidable circumstances, we wouldn't do this if we had any other choice. And they do note that the artists will still be paid their agreed upon fee based on what has been confirmed. So it does seem like there was an issue with them.
Sounds like a One Sky issue.
They're still willing to pay it. Yeah.
All right, SJ is going to come on right now and tell us even more.
Perfect.
About the situation.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like an issue with the organizers though if they're still paying out the artist. Yeah, so it's probably some sort of contractual like obligation that they put in there, like a clause in there, like if there's an issue with the organized because it's a new festival, like a new event.
Yeah,
I'm sure they had some sort of clause in their contract that said if it gets canceled due to your like reasons on your behalf, we still get the agreed upon amount.
Man, I just thought of a great band scheme right there, you know? Just like, be like, yeah, I'm going to do a show, and then, oh, you still got to pay me the fee. I'm like, it's collecting cash.
That really sucks, though, because, like, they were trying, like, One Sky, they were trying really hard to put this thing together, and there's always issues with a first-time situation like this.
Yeah.
But you would hope it wouldn't be this kind of issue, like, where it's just like, oh, the band's just not going to come now.
It just sucks that's happening with a band like Nemophila. Like,
yeah,
that's not the band to have something like
this
happen.
They're top dogs.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably fine, and I'm sure they'll get over this hurdle. You're always going to have these type of things when you're starting something like this or these ventures.
I think a lot of the times when you're setting up stuff like this, and I'm not speaking for them, but because SJ will say what he needs to say. Yeah. But I think a lot of the times when we're trying to format and schedule stuff like this, logistical issues that are unforeseen are the ones that end up fucking you the most. Things that you don't realize is even going to be a question or a hurdle, and then a hurdle appears, and you go, "Wow, I had no idea this is something I had to work around." So it's probably something along those lines.
Yeah,
it's always hard to answer the questions you don't know to ask. Yeah. Like it's hard to prepare for things you don't know until it happens. They're like, all right, next time we know exactly what we're gonna do.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
That's a bummer. I was stoked to. I don't know if I was gonna be able to make it to that show in October, but I was very excited to hear about it. I was very excited to see videos.
We're definitely planning. Yeah, I was trying to plan to get to at least the California one.
Yeah, I was gonna go to New York one, sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
None of the shows make sense for Shade and I. We have to travel no matter what.
The fact that Baby Metal came to Dallas, I was like, this is great. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Every other show I've had to
the
drive
day
to
that Baby Metal
or
comes
fly
to El
to.
Paso, Texas, I'll be fucking shocked. That would be whoa.
The day that any band goes to El Paso, Texas, I'd be shocked.
We get big bands here, all right? No, we don't. No, I'm lying. No, we talk about
like a ton of shit in. Don't you get a ton of shit in like Austin and stuff though? I know it's not right around the corner, but like it's still
it's 10 hours. It's a 10-hour drive, champ.
Austin's like
a 10-hour drive.
It feels like 3 states away.
Yeah. Really, it's 10 hours
from El Paso. Drive. Yeah, yeah.
It's like
dude, you could drive all of New Jersey in 5s.
Yeah, you can go through states and everything. Anyways, I have SJ coming on right now. He's coming in here. He's going to explain the whole thing. Oh yeah, the camera situation. Maybe we don't need the camera. Here we'll hide. We'll hide.
You can remove me and put him there if you want.
Yeah. Let me
just do a quick.
Are you want me to go? I can go side. I can go vert or horizontal if you want.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. It's not gonna let me. Hey, shut off your camera for a second. Champ, hide your camera.
Champ.
Hide your.
Here, I got you.
There you go. Okay, there you go. Hey, SJ, how you doing?
What's up, guys? You caught me running out the door to go grocery shopping.
Perfect. You know, we figured this might be more important than grocery shopping.
I said yes.
You did. I'm just messing with you. All right, what happened? We're over here like debating on it, not knowing any of the facts. So we're like, let's ask SJ. We didn't want to speak out of turn on this, so maybe you can give us some insight on what happened with the whole Nemophila situation.
As best I can. So just a little history on this. One Sky Music was started by 3 guys that I know, mainly from the bandmate community, but the Japanese music scene overall. It's internally well-funded, and it is a passion project to bring Japanese bands over to the United States to share the culture and just increase the visibility and the awareness and actually the quality of the music from Japan. So One Sky was formed and all financed internally, no money from the outside, and brought over 3 bands, Nemophila, Alika, and Risky Melody, for 1 show in LA and then 1 show in New York. And I'm gonna use gentle language on this because while I'm not directly part of One Sky, I'm kind of in the inner circle of what's going on, which is why I was able to talk to you originally to begin with. Mm-hmm. So everything was set up, everything was planned out, contracts were signed, everybody was happy, visas were paid for, everything was ready to go. And then about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, there were some requests from Nemophila's camp that had a significant monetary impact, which was, it wasn't doable. It didn't make sense. It was already operating at almost $250,000 out of pocket, financed completely internally. And then the next ask was like 45 grand more, which would have pushed it to almost 300K to make this run. And the thought was, it just doesn't make sense. It was not what One Sky was comfortable doing, especially the way that it came across. Like I said, I'm trying to be diplomatic with this. The bottom line is that Nemophila is one of the favorite bands of all 3 of the board of directors, and me included. Like I said, I'm not on the board. I'm just kind of in the know, and I help a lot with the LA side of things. But to be told that you need to do something that's going to cost an extra 45 grand, and again, and I want to be perfectly clear on this, it came from their camp. I don't know that it came from the band. I don't know that it came from management. I don't know that it came from the organizers on their side. So I'm not laying this at the feet of the band at all. I want to be perfectly clear on that, because it isn't clear where it all came from. Just that what this request was ultimately wasn't tenable.
Just to give a little bit of insight, I think it's definitely coming from management, because I dealt with only management when dealing with any of these Japanese bands. It's never the band themselves. It's always management that orchestrates everything for these Japanese bands. These bands put everything on the management. Like they do a lot more than a U.S. band's management team would do at their level or any level below them. The management just takes complete over. Like that's who I dealt with directly. I barely talked to anyone, so I have a feeling it's just a management thing. I'm guessing.
SJ,
That's an assumption. That's an assumption, of course. But but from all the bands
SJ,
I've dealt with, it's all management I've dealt with.
What's
I
up,
want
Jeff?
to ask a question that I'm not sure that you're going to know the answer, that you can answer, but just say you can't if you can't. Was the request music related or logistical related?
Logistical.
Okay. That was what I was assuming.
Yeah, it was it involved extra staffing and then some backline requests. And that's kind of where I guess.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, you don't have to say more than that. I don't want to get anybody in trouble here, but it sounds like this is the type of thing. Did you think that, or did they think that this was going? Did your team, the One Sky team, think that this was already going to be handled, or was this something that wasn't even on your radar? The request.
My understanding was it was kind of an 11th hour request.
Okay, gotcha. Are the other bands still coming?
No, unfortunately, the entire thing is canceled. Which is it's heartbreaking for everybody involved. And I say this with all sincerity: the One Sky camp is devastated personally, is devastated for the fans who had made travel plans around this and were excited to see these three bands. And of all the devastation this has wrought, there's like $100,000 just set on fire that's gone. And that honestly, it's like the least, it's actually one of the least concerns in this. It's all the other stuff that goes with it, the blood, sweat, and tears of months and months of meetings and plannings and spending money. All these bands still have visas alone were $60,000. That's gone.
Jesus.
So,
Jesus.
But I want to say that there's a little light way far down the tunnel on this one. One Sky is not done. This is a passion project that isn't going away. And while there are plans in the works for something back here in April, there are no location, there are no dates, there are no hard confirmations on bands. I think it's pretty safe to assume, since visas are covered, that Alaka and Risky Melody would be part of that. I've heard a few other names bantered around that I can't say right now, but this isn't like people threw their hands up in the air and said, "F this, we're going to move on. This is stupid." No, this is a very sincere, very serious passion project that isn't going to die because of something like this. My assumption is that the next contract is going to be 100 pages long, two-sided with 8-point font to cover stuff like this.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. If we can take this as sort of like a learning experience so that like we don't run into that issue next time, or if you think that this was just so out of the blue, there's just no way to stop something like this from happening.
You never foresee the unexpected for the most part. You can try to plan stuff like that, but I think in this particular case, we leaned toward the good faith rather than the cover your ass side. So I think next time it's probably going to be more cover your ass side. So something like this does not happen.
I got Michael in the chat. He put, did Saki make the correct decision leaving when the new management took over? If contracts were signed, how could they ask for more? You don't have to answer that first one.
I don't. Again, like I said, if there isn't provisions in the contract, and I want to be perfectly clear on this, I'm not involved in the weeds of all of this stuff. I've seen
For sure.
numbers and had conversations. I just know, and I have opinions that I won't share in here how this went down, but I don't know the direct answer to that question. That's where I'm going to stop.
Gotcha. No worries, no worries. Nemophila already announced an upcoming show with Jaluka, and Hazuki has shows upcoming with Koei and Koei, and their new members Wakazai Iman and vocalist Sakurada. It says vocalist.
Waka's a bassist.
New members Wakazai Iman and then vocalist Mire. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, Radio Rafa. But yeah, that sucks. I mean that's crazy. Yeah, provisions and contracts. That's exactly why they put those in there. So bands can't do stuff like that last minute. You know, I've seen it happen. I've been screwed over in contracts on tour and stuff like that. I know when I went on tour with Gus G, we almost got screwed out of a lot of money at a couple of venues that we had to walk away from. But yeah, the bands always keep the guarantee or whatnot.
That's another thing I want to be perfectly clear on this. Yeah. The bands, all three of them, were paid what they were promised to be paid. So they got paid as if they played. It was just the fans get screwed, and then the bands don't get the benefit of actually coming to the United States. Especially the two smaller bands who've never been here and they were super excited about it.
Yeah,
this was not one of those. Group A makes a request and Group B goes, fuck you just because, and just pulls the pin on this. This wasn't that type of situation.
Yeah.
There's a lot that went into this, and it would have been it was already a losing financial thing. It was a passion project.
Yeah.
And the decision was, you know what, we're going to pump the brakes on this. We're going to eat our loss. We're sorry for what happened. We're going to try again in April.
Yeah.
That's really mature of you guys. I think you deserve praise for, kind of going through that and trying again. And I know you can't say this right now, but I'm going to say it. And this is just from me. I'm pissed off at their management team for doing what they're doing right now. I think it's really kind of fucked up. And I think that if you have any sense of like the scope of what's being attempted here, you don't request something like whatever it was that the request was after already going through the process of setting everything up. I think in any situation, that's always going to be looked as kind of messed up from the listener's point of view, at least.
Yeah.
Trust issues.
I'm with you 100% there. I have no skin in this, so I can say what I want. It's obvious. I don't think any of this ever falls on the band. I think we can all acknowledge that. I don't think the members of the band ever really have much.
I want to hope in here that you're right to say that you're right when you say
what it sounds like. I really hope that. What it sounds like to me is Nemo's management is trying to kind of big dick and say, hey, listen, we know we're the reason people are coming. We can kind of do what we want. So you have to acknowledge our request. And whenever that was met with resistance, they're like, all right, well, we're going to take the money you're going to pay us and leave. That sucks. That really sucks. That hurts the branding of One Sky. It makes it really difficult. Like you said, like $100,000 thrown away. It's brutal. So yeah, I'm allowed to be upset. Obviously you guys can't who are involved, but I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed with it. I think it's bad business, especially if they know if there was clauses in the contract where they were going to get paid even if they didn't play, to pull something like this because they know they're still going to get paid.
And just to put it out there, though, guarantees are always a normal thing. There's always guarantees for bands for every venue. So venues can pull the plug. Management can pull the plug at any time. They still get paid. That's a common practice, just like you guys all know in the music industry.
Okay, it's good that you're saying that right now, because I was about to say in response to Shade that I don't want to take all of the responsibility away from the actual members of the band, because I don't really feel comfortable, if I were in that position, taking money for not doing anything. That being said, if this is a common practice and it's not really a decision that's being made, then I understand it more.
Yeah.
And just one thing just before we wrap up, I think that's where we're headed anyway. I've seen some wild shit on the internet about why this was canceled, that One Sky pulled some crazy shit, or that they canceled because they're afraid they're going to get arrested and deported. Just random idiocy. This was purely a financial thing that just no longer made sense. It didn't. Let's be honest. It didn't make sense at the beginning to just
Yeah,
go.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Anyone looking out, like what? They're spending how much? I'm like, they're fucking wild.
Yeah, you said $250,000. I was like, holy shit.
I was like, damn.
Visas were 60 fucking grand, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to do it for each
government
of them,
got
right?
paid, I guess. Well, you're welcome, government. You got a free $60K.
Well, no, and these are a multi-year performance visas, so it's not like it wasn't. It was lit on fire. Let's be honest, but
I mean, for the bands, it's great. They got a performance visa now.
Well, exactly, but it was either come up with this extra money on something that was already really crazy expensive, or take the loss, take the heat, and try again in April with doing everything we can to alleviate all of these issues that are now coming up. I don't know. Just everybody is sick about this on this side. I'm being perfectly honest with you, man. This whole thing it sucks. Everybody was excited. One guy was over the moon excited about this, man, to be able to do something like this, and then to be put in a position to make, it was. How do you want your execution? Do you want it by firing squad, or do you want it by guillotine?
So how long are the performance visas for, out of curiosity?
My understanding, and again, I want to say from conversations, they were multi-year.
Okay, so if we see a Nemophila tour come up in the U.S. right after this, I would be like, damn.
I mean,
yeah, that would be.
I mean, think about it. They just got essentially free performance visas, which is a huge cost. That's a huge cost, right? That's a very, very big cost that they just don't have to worry about now. That's $60,000. That's the thing that's really throwing me off. I mean, now you guys know to make sure to have some provisions in the contracts, or not you, SJ. I'm just talking in general here. Just to have provisions in there, be like, hey, you're getting this multi-year. This is a contract. These are the shows that you're obligated to play. And stuff like that. I don't know what was in the contract. I mean, I'm almost fascinated to see what's in it. But I'm just curious, like, what was in there. So obviously the management was smart enough to know what they could do from the contract. They're like, oh, we can just pull out. There must have been some loophole in that contract where they obviously weren't able to. They didn't have to execute the shows if they didn't want to.
Yeah, I do not know the answer to that.
No worries.
And for me to answer either way would be speculative, and that's not fair to the court.
Right? Don't worry,
for
man.
Sure,
you don't have
to
answer that. I think we're just kind of like throwing out the questions that are in our head, and we don't require a real response from you at this point. Yeah. All I'll say is, if they come over here, I'm bringing a One Sky poster with me to hold up.
I'll get that.
A One Sky banner just at the shows. Well,
that's actually pretty funny.
I mean, I think it was Michael that mentioned the manager team. Now I'm just like, it makes me wonder. Like, I wonder what happened. Like, other than this, like before that, what else has been going on? Because they put out that album, but they stopped putting out videos, and they started putting out a lot of videos again. It's been like a little bit different ever since they have switched management, other than Saki leaving. And because before we knew Nemophila as the band that consistently put up tons of videos, and then they started going quiet or going dark for a little bit, and then they come back, and mixes were ending up inconsistent also, which was a very weird thing, because their first few albums, all the mixes were very consistent, and the new album was like, oh, that one was weird, that one was great, that one was weird. I know people are like fucking Ellen in the mixes, but it was definitely a noticeable difference in quality of music.
No, you're absolutely right, dude. Some of the songs just sounded like they had never done anything. Like, some of the instruments would just be way louder on certain songs, and I was like, why are they doing this on purpose? And like,
because before we didn't have this issue. Why now?
And at this point, seeing what's going on here, the issues that we're having, like you said, videos just not showing up for a while, and then they start putting them out again, and then the mixing and the losing of a member and all of this stuff adding together feels really like it's not necessarily like we aren't on the same path that we were on a year and a half ago with that band.
It's all
and that's a huge
speculative,
bummer
of
because I
course,
thought they
but
were all speculative.
yeah,
Of course, this is just my own opinion, but it feels like we're not on the same path with Nemophila as we were a year and a half ago, which I thought was them blazing like the perfect path to superstardom
agreed.
over there.
Agreed.
And it's kind of a bummer to see it going in a direction.
I feel like Hanabi just took their place. It's like it was Nemophila then, because that's what we were thinking back then, and Hanabi just came out of nowhere because they were very similar in like that type of style genre wise, with the new metal and progressive and grunge type vibes in it, like those 90s vibes.
Well, Hanabi has, isn't it Sony Music just standing behind him with a cash cannon launching missiles into the stratosphere?
Oh, well,
yeah, I think I saw that at the concert actually. Yeah.
So they're
the cash cannon.
So it's an interesting setup with them. I was fortunate to be good friends with their managers. So she was telling me, she broke it all down. I'm going to try to remember exactly how this goes. So it's not Sony is their management, but Sony has so many subsidiaries underneath them that are with them. So they're kind of with Sony, but not really. They have something very special in their contract where they get to do whatever they want. They have very complete control, and Sony was okay with it. And this is why I've been able to keep doing what I'm doing with that band and still get in touch with them, still set up stuff with them, still do interviews, meet with them, is because they have something very special in their contract where they're allowed to do their stuff. Because Matsuri writes all the music, a lot of the music with the band, and she has complete control over that. Where other bands in Sony, not so much, like Man with a Mission, for example, a little bit different, a little bit of a tighter grip on that band. But they're still very flexible. But Sony has opened up their doors a lot to reactions and people interviewing them and doing stuff with them.
Yeah, I do wonder with Nemophila, with the new management and stuff like that, if because you just mentioned the writing of their own songs and stuff, and as much as I praise Nemophila for their songs and especially the writing of it, you do notice that like if you go onto the Wikipedia, a lot of the songs are written by like a team rather than just the members themselves. Like a team of writers will be involved, and if they are attached to the management company that they're on, I wonder if that gives them a lot more say as to what they're capable of doing.
Do you think One Sky Music would consider Hanabi? You guys actually might have a chance with them. It might be pretty pricey, but there might be actual chance with that band. Yeah. Because they love coming to the US. I'll
put that to them, especially if you have the in with the Connect. I'll put it there. But yeah, they're probably gonna they've tiered up quite a bit in the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Aren't they doing like a month or a month and a half solid just bouncing around Europe coming up?
Yeah. They just did their Europe tour.
Okay. No, they're starting it. They're starting it right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because the international manager, she makes sure that all that the promotion and all that stuff's all set up for the U.S. So they're definitely coming back to the U.S. very, very soon. They have new music in the works and everything.
All right, Alan, let's call our Baby Metal connects. Get a Baby Metal show for One Sky over there.
Baby Metal has
speaking of expensive.
Yeah. Can you guys get Baby? No,
you guys spend,
we can't even get our fucking interview up anymore. Ever since the Capitol Records thing, I'm like, dude, Capitol Records. I'm like, I can't believe Baby Metal went from like one of the chillest bands to deal with, which shocked me, to now they're where I thought they should have been, where it's like super hard to get anything done. Like you can't do anything. It's insane.
So we have that interview. That's just they're blocking it, huh?
It's not. I mean, I've tried to reach out to people over there that are supposed to get this done, and it doesn't sound like it's happening. So
they just ignore it. Yeah,
it's just I don't think it's happening. Somebody on
it's really hard.
Somebody in that news business labels fucked up. That somebody over there messed up, and probably legit they messed up. Not Baby Metal side actually. It was on them. Where
I see.
They messed up communications, and that's how it is. Communications are always going to be hard when you're dealing with other bands from other countries and stuff. Just things get misread, things get looked over. Or not. Things don't come across clear enough. There's so many things that could go wrong.
All right, I'm going to dip out, guys. Now that you fucked up my shopping trip, I'm going to have to wait until later. I do. Hey, I appreciate the opportunity to come on here and go over this and answer some questions as best I can. I hope there's at least an understanding and this gets out there. And seriously, One Sky isn't going away. So as soon as I can share more with you about an April show, Alan, I'll hit you up and I'll come back on and we can talk about this stuff. But this was an incredibly unfortunate circumstance, but we're not done. So we're hoping that the fans keep the faith in One Sky. They've already done one show in Japan. They have another show coming up in a couple of months, and then we're going to try again here in the States in April. So
get
keep
I
an eye
Lift
out for One
Dopa.
Sky.
Get I Lift Dopa. All right. One of the most wild shows I saw in Japan. They were so phenomenal. Oh my God, I still can't get it.
Well,
SJ, thanks so much for coming on, man.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, buddy. We're rooting for you.
My pleasure. My pleasure, guys. Hey, I appreciate the opportunity. You guys have a good day.
All right.
See you, man.
Man,
poor guy's gonna go starving this week. He's got no groceries.
I know. He's fine. He's fine. he'll make it.
Yeah. I just hope, I hope some people listen to this, some people that we're talking about this online, like you said, and just like kind of get a better understanding, maybe what went down there, rather than just like kind of, making up their own stories, which is what the internet does nowadays.
And I mean, that's what's going to happen with this BABYMETAL interview too. It's going to be the same thing. It always something. But it is what it is. It just happens. Part of the business.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Huge shout out to SJ for coming on, answering some of those questions.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, because I know that he's like, he can't say as much as we would obviously like to know, but I think we got a pretty decent idea of what kind of went down over there. And of course, we're only hearing it from one side right now, but it was kind of what we were talking about before he came on.
Listen,
unforeseen logistical issues.
I 90% believe, I'm 90% for sure it's management, because they probably looked at that and been like, ooh, we got the guarantees, we got the visas, a multi-year visa, and then if there wasn't a clause or anything in that contract that said there was some stipulations to getting these visas, of course, if the management is the way they are, or that we think they are, they're gonna do something like that. But this is a problem, is people don't think long term and connections and trust with people, and they might have just fucked up pretty hardcore with this. Who knows what this One Sky Music thing will go into, And I think just burning people like that is just not a good look. And a lot of people will look at the band in a weird way, just knowing that this was just canceled out of nowhere.
I'm concerned that people are going to look at One Sky in a weird way.
Or vice versa. Vice versa.
Because
also.
if you're a super fan, if you're a super fan of Nemophila and you think they can do no wrong, right? Which is what happens when you become a super fan.
Yeah.
You get a little delusional. That's okay. But with that delusion, you're going to now blame One Sky, right? You're like, well, it couldn't have been Nemophila. So what did One Sky do? And that, regardless if it's true, that's public perception. Like you can't. Public perception.
And the thing is, it probably has.
Truth.
I really feel it has. I strong-heartedly believe it has nothing to do with the band. It doesn't. It has to do with the management in Nemophila. And some of us
I don't know. They said logistical, so maybe Mayu just needed like her own personal like chef to these shows.
No.
I don't know. I think we should blame the band.
I think it's management.
I think 100%. What they did. Here's my guess, and nobody can say yes or no, so I'm just gonna say it. I think what happened was they saw something in the contract that they could say, oh, we can take these visas and not work. We're going to do that. And that was all it came down to. I don't think they even thought beyond that. They had a lawyer look at the contract or whatever, and the lawyer said, yeah, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, guys. Because as SJ said, they were kind of taking some of this on good faith. And I think that when you do that with an actual major label, the major label doesn't give a shit about how you feel about these things. Now, maybe if they were working directly with like a smaller band, you could do that stuff on good faith. But unfortunately, like Nemophila might be just like one step too big to be able to do that.
Well, this is what happens. Like companies like this or anything, it always starts really small and simple, and it becomes extremely complicated as you realize that there's different hurdles that you have to jump over. Like a contract like this it might be very basic right now, but now they're going to add these other clauses and add other things and add other things. And in like 5 years, a One Sky contract is going to be a fucking book that you got to read through.
Well, here's
to
the thing though.
Signed up with them.
The management probably didn't really give a fuck because they've already worked with Live Nation, you know, with their other shows, and they're probably in their head they're like, we'll just go with Live Nation anyways, and now we can go to Live Nation and be like, hey, we got visas already, so hook us up some better deals. And that's what was running through my head when we was talking about, because they've already been here, they've already worked with that company, and they could probably just work with them in the future. Because so they're not worried about it because they're like, oh, One Sky, they're small, that's not gonna matter. Or maybe they think, oh, that's just gonna go up in a couple of years. That could be what management's thinking, and they have connections in the industry already where they're not gonna have a problem getting shows. It's not like they need One Sky Music Group, and this is why it's so hard to start a company like One Sky Music Group, which is a nonprofit, mind you, but just in general, it's hard. It's hard to stop. It's hard to start up something like that in general, even if you're trying to make money. It's really hard with who you have to compete with,
right? They still don't have the One Sky doesn't even have their 501(c)(3) status, so like they can't even. Yeah. They're not even like able to pay for a lot of this stuff yet. Like it's probably all like it's all personal funds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it was all done internally through the people that are involved. So
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that sucks a lot. That sucks a lot. It definitely sounds like a management team taking advantage of a loophole from a novice company. Yeah. All we can do is hope that it just sucks because I love Nemophila so much. Yeah, you're saying, you know, the super fans are gonna maybe fight against it, but I'll tell you what, I'm a Nemophila super fan, and I'm putting a lot of the blame on their end of this. So hopefully, you know, I'm not the only one.
No, the super fans are the ones that think their covers are good. But anyways, that's besides the point.
Yeah. That's a little mean. But
I'm sorry.
Understandable.
Alan's explanation of Japanese band management role kind of makes me understand why Bandmate broke away from Platinum Passport and made it company Ltd.
Oh,
yeah.
Hell yeah. Of course. They're doing it, they're the best way because they're in control of their fate. That's what matters most when you're a band, that you're in control of your own fate. Nemophila isn't as big as Bandmate is, so they probably felt like this was the right move. But if you asked us, I think we'd all prefer that Nemophila have their own label and do their own thing.
Yeah. I don't think they
I feel like that's like the life cycle of a successful band. Like you start as like a nobody, no name, and then your first big accomplishment is getting picked up by a record label, and then your next big accomplishment is leaving that record label. Like I feel like that's just the cycle of being successful. It's like once you're big enough that you can create your own or go independent, that's the it's the height.
That is, I agree.
But yeah, BABYMETAL did a song with 5 Finger Death Punch.
Yeah,
have you guys heard it yet?
I have not heard it. Have you?
Yeah, I watched it on stream. I watched the really, really cool, super well done, definitely not AI generated lyric video. The song was cool. The music video.
Wait, what?
Dude, they released.
I think that was sarcasm.
Yeah, just a little bit. Sorry, did I not create the right tone?
No. I felt the sarcasm. Like, oh, great. I was like, the people are gonna hang them for that.
Yeah, it's so AI. Like the first I watched it on stream the other day, and the first 30 seconds of it, I'm like, oh, this looks cool. It's like a traditional old school like Japanese battlefield with samurais and ronin and shit. And then after 30 seconds, I'm like, oh, this looks bad. This looks so bad. Like there's one part where the guy literally is holding, instead of a sword and a shield, he's just holding 2 shields. It looks so stupid. The song is cool though. It's like a remake of their song In the End from 20 years ago. So but with BABYMETAL.
Is it a BABYMETAL? So it's a 5 Finger Death Punch song with BABYMETAL featuring on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's like a remix of like a. I mean, that's the best way to call it, right? Because they're adding in someone new. It's kind of like what Maximum the Hormone did with Shimmy with Atarashi Gaku.
Oh yeah.
Where they redid cool. A song that was already pretty popular, and they just redid it, adding another band to add their element and their feature on it. I thought it sounded cool. The music video definitely takes away from it though, so I would just listen to it on YouTube Music or Spotify. The music video makes it makes you cringe a little bit with how
Did
goofy
they,
it is.
did they AI generate master the song into the music video?
At least it was
assuming so.
only. At least it was only a lyric video that they were doing instead of like a.
Yeah,
Because
it's not like an
once the
official.
music videos themselves start turning into AI, then we're really going to be struggling through these.
Well,
Yeah.
just to let you all know, you know what they've been doing with our short content? Did you guys see the videos about this? They're taking, I think I talked about this on the last podcast. I can't remember, but Shade wasn't here. So they're taking people's shorts and AI improving it without telling you. They're like AI enhancing the video, but like they're still fucking up like the words on the shirt and stuff. But they're taking your video you already posted, and people were noticing that Instagram reel, because a lot of people just take their one short, post it on multiple platforms. The reel was looking, you know, like the real thing. And then on YouTube, it was all like AI enhanced.
This is how the world gets worse, man. This is how the world becomes a worse place by us, just because eventually people are just going to be accepting things at a lower quality like that. And it's just.
We talk about it's enhanced. It's not lower quality, it's enhanced, champ. All right? It's crystal clean.
Enhanced. The definition of enhanced is going to change in the dictionary in the next 20 years, man. It's going to mean the complete opposite. Because everybody's going to have to start accepting this shit, because everybody's going to start doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't be the only one just sitting there fighting against it, right?
Yep.
And then us, we're the ones that are going to pay for this, the listeners, the consumers.
I want an enhanced champ medium.
Quality, everything.
Can we get a live stream?
You already did that. You enhanced
medium?
Me with AI for the thumbnail. 2 weeks
ago. In our video.
Our
video is enhanced right now. Look at this.
I did no such thing. All right. Oh, Shade, I forgot to tell you. Did you know I learned Japanese?
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'm a fluent speaker now. You want to see my first Japanese Japanese video?
I think we saw it last week, actually.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for this.
He hasn't seen it, you know. I got to show him. We're gonna do the top 10 because we keep skipping it. We'll do it after this, guys. We didn't even get to the broken by the stream. Yeah. I can speak fluent Japanese. Let me get this going.
Wait, is this just like a video like the auto dub feature?
No. I can speak fluent Japanese. I can totally speak.
How do you say? Just say your name. Like how do you?
I just
go ahead, Alan son. How do you say Alan?
I would just rather show you. You know, I just rather show you in my
heading to Japan, and I already woke up.
I show you my vlog videos. I just think it would be better to show you from there. I also learned Polish too. I don't know why, but
it's definitely not auto dubbed. It's definitely not auto dubbed. It's just
definitely not auto dubbed. This is legit Japanese.
I haven't played around with the feature yet, so I'm curious.
35分入れた空港に着くまで20分しかない。でも大丈夫だろう。エルパソ空港は渋滞が少ない。
Pretty good, right?
Yeah. You are Japanese.
See, I'm a native speaker, right?
Yeah, it sounds just like you too. That's the best part.
Yeah. I mean, I completely became a Japanese man. This is what I transformed into.
前に来たことがあるような気がするけど、まだ。
Yeah, the funniest part is that you sound like you're like 4'11" and like 92 pounds as you say these words.
I can just imagine you like your whole outfit changed into like black pants and a white button-up shirt with a little briefcase. Like that is just what you look like now.
I'm gonna AI generate that now.
So I do want to talk. Did either of you? Enhance. I do want to talk about the Broken by the Screen album.
I did,
but
you're not gonna like my opinion on it.
I'm gonna have to leave pretty soon, so I'm not gonna be able to get really into it. You listen to the whole album?
I did. Do you want to talk about it next week? Because I do want to talk about it.
Yeah, let
me listen to the album. I'll listen to it before next week.
Yeah, I want to give Shade a chance to listen to it, although it's gonna be really fucking heavy for your Shade. I think it's I'll just say this about it.
It was not what I was
expecting. A little bit. I think that this is not for the week. This is not for the metal week right now, because this is not what I was expecting to come out of Broken by the Scream on this album. I'm not surprised that Alan, you're saying that you might not like. I might not like your opinion, because it's almost too much for me, but also might be my favorite album of the year. So I do want to talk about it in full at some point.
Oh my god! Well, there's your cliffhanger for next week's podcast.
Holy shit! Let's do top 10.
Top 10. Guilty. Tukey comes in 10.
Tukey, let's go.
Yeah, I don't.
Big Tukey fan. I'm a huge Tukey fan.
I think the preview thing works. Oh, that sounds really good. I haven't listened to any Tukey. Maybe I haven't. I don't remember. Then we got number 9, Ellie Garden.
They always pop up here and there.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I haven't.
They show up on our list like once every 6 months.
Yeah. Then they come back after like a long stretch of not doing stuff or something like that. And number 8, we got Rasashi. Officialism, or how do you say that? Chat, help me.
No.
These all have like similar styles going on.
Yeah, they're all like really like upbeat and.
Bandmade, What Is Justice? Ending theme song.
Let's go. Still in the top 10. Let's go.
That is awesome. Good job for Band. It went up a spot too.
Good track.
Hell yeah. Actually, speaking of Bandmade, you know how you were worried about us getting copyrighted on the last live stream that we did? We got copyrighted because of Bandmade just showing the visuals for the B-roll. I was like, what?
Really?
Yorishika came in at number 6 live. So it's a live one, Sunny. Yorishika. Yeah, these are very similar sounding rock bands. They're not exactly the same, but it's very similar styles of music. That's interesting.
All major scales, except for the Bandmade ones.
BABYMETAL, My Queen, going up a spot, number 5. I'm really enjoying this song.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I'm enjoying this song.
I've seen so many people say that this is one of their favorite songs on the album, and it's definitely my least favorite song on the album. So
just listen to it again and watch my breakdown. I didn't like it the first time I heard it. The second time I enjoyed it a lot more. And
it just sounds like Spirit Box, dude.
No,
did you guys end up hearing that?
It doesn't all sound like Spirit Box. I promise. Listen to how Sue's singing. It's so cool. I don't know.
Did you guys end up hearing the Amy Lee Poppy Courtney LaPlante song?
No, I was gonna do a reaction to it, so I've been holding off.
I'm scared to listen to it.
Okay, I won't say anything then.
I'm scared to listen to it.
You can say stuff about it. That's not gonna change.
No. I want you to go in with a fresh mind and not my take on.
All right, next week we're gonna talk about Broken by the Scream and that song that came out. Who was it? I don't even.
And I'll listen to the 5 Finger Death Punch song by then too.
Yeah. Or Zutomayo, Pain.
Is this a live one too?
Form. No, this is a music video.
I don't think I've ever heard Zutomayo.
Very
similar genres. It's just blowing my mind. Number 6.
It's almost like trends create trends. It's like people are like, hey, this is a style.
I don't know how I feel about this list, guys.
I love Ono. I like this list a lot. This list fucks.
I
don't know.
Makes me want to do the opposite. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. We got number 2, Croy.
Rap.
Okay,
rap.
Finally, we got something different.
Yeah,
I don't know this one.
But not really though. It's like still the same vibes. Like all the same vibes. What's number? What do you guys think number 1's gonna be?
When you say the same vibes, I think they're just all not heavy. None of the songs are heavy. Like it's funny when Bandmade is the heaviest song on the whole list.
Yeah,
I don't consider Bandmade to be super heavy.
You know what it is? They're not hype. Like these don't feel very like hypey songs, and I don't know. I'm very like the hype songs. You know, I don't know.
The Tukey song is a very hype song. The clip we heard was just like the first 5 seconds. That one actually is pretty crazy.
It's number 1. I enjoy some Vondi. I like Vondi.
But this is gonna be the same thing. This sounds like.
Hey,
that like bass line right there.
I already like what I'm saying.
Yeah, that sounded like an
80s
pop track.
Those harmonies though at the gate though, that was badass. Dude, do you hear that?
It's like the background music to like Dirty Dancing or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got like that high.
That's exactly.
You got that high falsetto voice. There's like high falsetto voice, and then you got the harmony, and then you got the main vocals. That is crazy. I kind of want to react to that song now. That sounds pretty cool. All right, I'm digging it. I like Vondi though. They're really good. They did. I loved them ever since the Chainsaw Man opening that they did. Ah, so good. All those songs from Chainsaw Man are amazing. Still waiting for that second season to come out. Yeah, definitely. I can hear the 80s vibe, but it doesn't completely feel 80s, you know?
It's the way that the bass is working there, and then his vocals over it. It kind of reminds me.
There was like a little synth backing too.
Yeah, it reminds me of like, I don't know, something like I don't know.
Wait, here's another part of it.
Like super da.
Yo, those drums though. Wait, hold on. That drum fill right here.
Dude, that's an actual like
violin
on the 80s track. No, I think it's a synth, but it's trying to sound like a violin.
Steven's doing a South American tour next month. First time they ever going to LATA.
Talking Heads. Thank you, John Payne. That's what I was thinking of. It sounds like the Talking Heads.
Talking Heads. All right. Well, guys, join us next week. Sunday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll be much more prepared next week. Probably not, but we'll try. See y'all on the next one.
See you guys.
Peace.
This is where I stopped the stream and I struggle to find